they played.
Yeah, I was super excited to have Hai playing Shyvana and Rengar.
Right.
But I was watching his stream lately, and he's just playing Nidalee and all the champions we normally see. So I feel like he's going to go with a more meta jungler this time around. But I'll keep my fingers crossed for
I think there's a thin rule of love-hate
Devour.
for you, Kobe. Very thin line there.
Well, won't be Nidalee. That one's off the board.
No, banned out, as well as Rek'Sai. Haven't seen too many bans, but still finding herself on that banned list. As Vladimir gets taken out, Seraph won't be carrying with that. In the end, he always poses some type of trouble on Vladimir. Rise taken out quite quickly. Was surprised to see that Huni got that over on the side of Fnatic within their games in EU, but not in NA. Balls doesn't get Rumble. So we get the Thresh first pick on the side of Smoothie.
Wow.
Interesting.
Very interesting. First pick Thresh going down here with Shen up, Alistar up, all these newfangled ones that have taken his place. Cloud9 quick insta-lock in here for the Maokai plus Tristana.
This is a little bit of doing what they want. The highest priorities of picks kind of still left up. You take Thresh, you get what you want.
Yeah, one of the biggest things for Cloud9 has been snowballing leads. So Tristana's really good at snowballing leads because of how quickly she can take down turrets. And with Hai as a shot caller, having a tool that allows you to kill turrets very quickly is very important, because he can maneuver your team into a situation where you're either racing the other team trying to take down turrets and you want the quickest possible AD carry for doing that, or you can just sneak one and gain a turret advantage for free. Zachary, look at that. Zachary's back in form here. And it's not a Zingy, it's Kez.
It's Kez.
To bring the Zac attack.
I think he has played a few back in the day. He always had his Elise picks and whatnot, and his Evelyns, and I think Zac fit in there a few times. We'll see how he does. I thought they were going to keep it green. I was really unfortunate they chose something else along the way. I was like, oh, what else is green? What can they pick?
I mean, Caitlyn's got a green skin for the Arctic one.
Semi, yeah, her hat. Yep.
But I don't know if we have any AD carries where their
Twitch.
portrait... Oh, Twitch, the portrait. Is the portrait still green after the rework?
Green.
I feel like it should be.
I think it is. Nunu picked up, so it looks like Hai is going to be a nuisance in the jungle this time. He was doing that on Nidalee and Rek'Sai in previous games, but now he can be even more of a bit of trouble. And Karma again by Lemon Nation, something that he likes to run in solo queue a lot, and now in the competitive games as well.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be buffing up Sneaky here.
Yep.
I wonder if they go for the Azir as well for Incarnation for another Blood Boil target, because they definitely do need another good damage source on the team. But we will wait and see what TDK decide to lock in first. They will have to show their mid lane matchup, so the Incarnation will be able to counterpick.
Cloud9 would love to get this win here, tying them up with Team 8 on the day.
Yep.
Helping them to push one more position up into 7th. Rithen Shivan. Let's get it. Lock it in. Let's go.
Huh.
Ham damage on the side of Team Dragon Knights. They switch it. Could get the Kazakhs play in here. It's close to lockdown. It looks like we are going to get Kazakhs set
Ninja on a
in.
Ninja.
TDK. I like the last lock-ins for these guys here. Gonna get a crazy game out of them. We'll see if Cloud9 can.
Would you wager on a top lane Zac or a top lane Kazakhs? Because I feel like Ninja's going to be taking Zed. But he very well could be in the mix as well.
It's Seraph, right? He wants to carry, so I figured he's going to take Kazakhs and try and be a beast.
And leave Kez on the Zac.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I wouldn't mind to see top lane Rek'Sai, but I think you just punish it way too easy. Professional in that early game.
Incarnation's got to be
As a tie tried it.
a little confused right now.
Yeah.
He knows that he's facing.
I mean, he's got his.
He knows that he's facing an AD assassin though, so he won't have a problem setting up his runes, and he'll take armor. The only question is,
true. That's a good point.
What's it gonna play into here?
Take a Azir. Do it. Why not? Got a whole lot of area of effect already on the team. And he might go with the Ori. Already had a really good game on Ori. I believe he had the other good game on Ari as well. Orianna recently. Looks like it's 10, 4, and 22 for him in his last 2 plays.
TDK is going to have a hard time running double assassins into a double tank, double shield team.
You like shields with your shields?
Have been able to set up here. So Cloud9 just trying to set themselves up with a fortress to weather the storm here. It really makes Kazakhs and Zed have a very difficult life once they meet up for team fights.
Yeah.
Because there's literally nobody that they'll be able to kill. Tristana is also one of the safest AD carries, having both a jump and a knockback in her kit. there is almost no optimal target for TDK to go after here. So they're going to try and have fun for the early stages, but it looks to be difficult.
I think it's going to have to happen for TDK in the early stages and have Kha'Zix and Zach heading around in the jungle. Should farm faster than a Nunu and Maokai. Well, maybe. Get that chomped down by Nunu and you're getting out of there pretty quickly. We'll see what happens as we're almost about ready to get into our final game here of day 1, week 9. Man, has the split gone way too fast, but there were some good games along the way and we still got more to go. Let us know who you think is going to walk away with the win today. Tweet at LOL Esports with hashtag TDK win or hashtag C9 win. As usual, we'll get those tallied up and on the screen as we head into game. Feel free to change it. Yes, you can be a cheater.
All right, the LCS teams not allowed to be cheaters, though.
Nope, no, they're not. TDK versus Cloud9. We're about to be on the Rift. No cheating here. They're just gonna leave out all.
I love the bubblegum skin from Kez. We'll see if Cloud9 can take down Majin Buu.
Well, then this is definitely going to be the longest game of the split.
Well,
I'm gonna need 20 more episodes.
Better
for
start
that.
charging that spirit bomb, boys. It's gonna take a while.
Man. Oh, please don't take that long. All right, we'll see what they decide to do first. Oh. All right.
Oh, Emperor down bottom looks like he's headed into a 2 versus 1 scenario. Sneaky elimination, taking him down a notch.
Oh boy.
Taught him a lesson. Sent him back home.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So a minute on the clock.
Interesting that we have standard lane setups here.
And everybody kind of walking right with each other.
Very curious for what Hai wants to do with this Nunu pick, because when you pick Nunu, you need to have an early game plan in mind already. He can have both Incarnation and Balls try and shove up their lanes early. Both of those two should be able to gain lane control. So Hai's got plenty of options to work with the Nunu early. I wonder if he decides to go for secondary buff invade. Tries to go for an early dragon. That's still possible with Nunu, even after the dragon buffs. But so far, looks like it maybe will just be a double camp follow here for Balls and Hai. The lane swap is initiated from TDK without deports, but they did chase Emperor off of bottom. And he did see Sneaky and Lemon down bottom side, so TDK gonna get that lane swap. Cloud9 will also start Gromp, so very, very even, almost identical starts for both teams here. Should also allow Incarnation an isolated lane here with Ninja to try and deny him. See if he can zone him off with that ball.
Hopefully he can keep it warded as well. They go for that 1v1 lane. Both of them have Ignite, so not a lot of safety for Incarnation if he gets ganked.
Yeah.
The kill pressure from TDK could definitely be there. A little tricky move in the early game. Elimination gets found. Seraph on that early. Kha'Zix actually gets the exhaust out. Ninja, could he flash over the wall? Just has to use the shadow. The dissonance is going to keep him still in range. Balls is there, however. That wasn't even a TP. They're still in the jungle walking down with Hai. Hai could be going down here. I mean, Balls rather. But it looks like they should be okay. Good damage on the Seraph. He's going to have to fight it out. He was fighting his life to the ground on that one, and he just stayed in so the team could get more damage, and hopefully so it could pay off for the team, but it does not because they didn't have the focus on the champions they needed.
Yeah, so the train from TDK lasts a little bit too long because they're on their weak side of the map. This is a lane swap scenario.
Yeah, you gotta
They were able to catch Lemon and kill him, but they chased him so far into Cloud9 territory, it makes the collapse really easy. And once Sneaky makes his way up, there's no way out for TDK. And they give up 2 kills on the exit. So even though they got that first blood bonus, the extra kill there for Cloud9 going to boost them ahead. And TDK's victory is short-lived there.
4 members of TDK flashed at the same time. If you look at those cooldowns, they really wanted to get a few kills there. 1 in their favor. A good grab adds a little bit of extra damage. Nice twisted advance by Balls to the last minion there. Missing out on a bit of that received damage.
Yeah, he also does not have flash. Used it in that last exchange in the jungle, and he doesn't have teleport either. So he
careful.
almost forced back the base here. He's got very few options. He will lose out on some CS. Same thing down on bottom here, though. Cloud9 just forced Seraph out of the bottom lane, and he heads up nowhere to go. No jungle camps to take, so just going to take a long walk over to Gromp, I guess.
Easy peasy. A little bit slower on this one since we don't have the junglers coming up to push down the turrets. A real big fight in the beginning of the game. TDK trying to get this Lemon Nation to go down. It was successful, but really going to slow things down now that all these summoners and flashes are down. Everybody's going to probably play safe for the next 5 minutes. Wards will go out, and towers just about to go down equally on both sides here. So another mirrored game. I don't think it's going to be as equal as the last one, however, with C9 getting those first few kills, especially to High in the jungle. He's been a big factor for the catalyst of how C9 gets going.
Well, Sneaky was the one to get the other kill, and we'll see what he gets on his first back. Down a bit of CS because of the time that it took for him to move up and collapse. But they're able to get that BF sword on the first back, so all's well and good for him.
High deciding to go with the potion blade.
If you're going to get it, then get it on Nunu, but don't get it in the first place.
What are you saying, Kobe?
I'm saying we're going to see high speed boosting around the enemy jungle. Riv, look at him. He's going to smite this thing and make his way down to those golems so fast you'll never know. Boom! Oh, he's not even using it. Ah, he got extra cash out of it.
Look good for a second. Well, as he poaches the bottom jungle, they poach his top turret. Smoothie. Oh, Salami. Okay, he's all right. Able to get out of that one. The team knew he was taking the damage, and the turret was still on him. Sneaky, able to get a shot off, but it does not deter Lemon Nation, or the team, TDK, from taking Lemon Nation down. High, still roaring around the jungle.
More extra money. Bonus.
Woo. Whoa, that is a lot of extra gold.
That's not that much extra speed, though.
But with Blood Boil, man.
Yeah,
the potential.
He's going to leave. The most annoying thing is leaving around that wisp in Kez's jungle.
Yeah, it's true. Playing tricks.
Go get the last camp, High. You've got 2 out of the 4 smalls already. He's going for the last
one. So now that you almost know what's happening, you've seen a Poacher's Blade in High's inventory. As Kez, what are you focusing on doing besides being annoyed that your jungle's gone?
Not going to your own jungle. You can just go try and affect the lanes or go to High's jungle because High's not going to counter jungle his own jungle. So you know that the full camp will be there.
The logic.
The going through and clearing your own camps is actually kind of a waste of time because High's going to want to return and re-counter jungle you anyway. So if you leave the babies there, then he's counter jungling himself.
So get him in passing, do it when you can, but don't focus on getting them.
That's how you render poachers useless. You leave your jungle camps countered, and they never come back up, so you can't get bonus gold. Balls gets dove on the opposite side, though, and TDK continue to rack up the kills in these tower dives. They didn't even need Kez for this one.
Nope.
And they rack up another one.
That's the guy you think that would be coming in for the dives. Able to die and come back, but not needed. Top lane going to be pushed a lot slower here. They finally got these swapped over so they can get that damage down onto it finally. And not even too much damage from the explosive shot coming out just yet. He does have 3 stacks in it, though.
Yep.
Huzzah!
Meanwhile, mid lane, as side lanes traded, they're both going to get almost even turrets here. Mid lane, Incarnation has been able to abuse this Orianna Zed matchup and punish Ninja fairly heavily in CS.
Doing a lot better on his Orianna.
You're out of mana. What are you trying to do there?
Oh! Oh! Emperor!
Lantern?
Oh! Hot damn! Nice job. Very well played. I think they could get themselves into a bad situation here. Never mind. Sneaky, Lemon Nation. Actually, Sneaky's out of mana up top lane. They can't get down here in time.
Yes, I mean, Seraphon Kha'Zix has an equally hard time trying to defend a turret against an range support and AD. So TDK going to take this dragon while Seraph has to give up the turret because there's not much Kha'Zix can do.
Hopefully it pays off in the end. Smoothie with the Moby boots. Getting close enough. Not even a mantra Q, just something to do damage coming from Lemon Nation. They are forced to back out with very low mana in the top lane. Cloud9 balls pushing bot. TDK has a lot to clean up here before they can start putting a little bit of pressure back on the map, and you can see Cloud9 slowly moving their pink wards up, feeling or seeing where they feel it's safe to play now.
Yeah, for TDK, in order to gain the global gold back, they're going to have to get a kill first. TDK will need to get a kill somewhere in the jungle or out in the open, and then transition it into a turret kill for themselves to try and equalize outer turrets. Their siege is not good at all. They're running double assassins, so they really need Cloud9 to step onto trap.
Yeah.
So they can activate it.
Kez has already rushed that Sightstone over high, completing his jungle item. So they're already trying to get those wards out, stop the C9 snowball on these objectives. They've gotten the kills they want, but they get the kills when they're getting pushed in, so it's kind of just scratching them back into the game.
Oh, Kez finds high in his own jungle. Smoothly flashes over for this one.
Oh, the TP coming in. They actually pull out the absolute zero quite nicely onto Emperor. High is still the focus here. Smoothie wants high. They should kind of focus somebody else in the fight there, help their teammates out. High goes down. That was nice of them to finally turn around with the rest of the team. The communication finally came through. Seraph over the wall. Now he's with balls. Here, whoa, where comes Ninja as well? The Ignite goes down. Incarnation was in base, and Cloud9 was taking that fight over and over.
Did I just say trap card riff? I mean, Cloud9 stepped right on it. High activates it in the jungle. Kez and Smoothie pop over the wall. And Boot claims another kill for himself. Now they can transition that into the turret.
Yep.
Exactly what they needed. The Assassin team able to get some objectives afterwards here. And TDK will surpass Cloud9 in gold.
Wowzer.
11 minutes in.
And nice chunk there as well. So that's a surge of gold from the fight. Taking down the outer turret gives him a bit more. And Kez now there, he starts to get into High's jungle. Use a little bit of his own counter juggling. Even though he can't get that poach on, he's still going to try and harass down High.
Uh-oh, Incarnation's going to fall into a trap of him.
See, that's what...
Yeah, he doesn't even get to set that one up. He's just toast.
That's unfortunate. You come back from base, you got a few items, you feel good, the wards are placed, and you just kind of go lax in lane, getting taken down by TDK. They get Incarnation kind of daydreaming there.
I love the roam game here from TDK.
They are everywhere.
They just keep it up on Cloud9. Incarnation unable to keep track. You mentioned the Sightstone really early from Kez, but also the pink wards that TDK are laying down. Now, people often talk about how, you know, these teams that run like double assassins and they're just looking for kills all over the place are solo QS, but this team is focusing heavily on vision to set up their assassins. And look at this. All right, so Smoothie, he interrupts High's ultimate, which is key. Then he throws this lantern, which saves Emperor and sets Emperor up for the kill onto High. So Smoothie...
The lantern even caught me off guard.
Really MVP in this team fight. Smoothie making everything happen. From the flash to start it off, to the lantern to save Emperor.
Jeez.
He's really enabling the team and validating the first pick on Thresh for them. Looking good.
It's a scary engage from TDK. We saw that over a few walls, behind a few. Every member of this team can get themselves over wall.
Yeah. Remember, though, that once we do get to the more 5 versus 5 set up, organized team fights, it's going to be really difficult for TDK to pull these types of plays off because of how tanky Cloud9 can get with the multiple shields and the multiple tanks. Smoothie here.
Not a fight they want.
Gonna have a rough time getting away from this one.
No, fight him!
It gets healed. And shielded!
Oh, he got away! That's why you just take the kill! Stop being so nice!
Yep.
Oh, High turned around so early there.
I never give away kills for that exact reason.
Incarnation has Ignite too, so he was in auto attack range, so you're pretty much there. Oh, that stinks. Unfortunate.
Through his fingers.
Yep. So TDK now a bit of aggression in the mid lane. A lot of very low mana actually on Incarnation. Why is he staying? They're going to see this. Low mana on High on Incarnation. Finally, actually just enough to clear the wave. So I'm wrong. They know what they're doing. A nice clear there. It looked really dangerous for a second, but it was enough for a dissonance and the wave clear. TDK not able to push the mid turret.
Yeah. Cloud9 able to get right back in there, even up the gold as well. TDK could surpass them if they just tipped that turret over.
Yeah.
And Seraph is actually in a pretty decent spot here, being able to freeze. Well, he's got a Tiamat, so just kidding. But there's plenty of gold for him to soak up out, at least. they actually don't even take the outer turret. They just let that wave crash in, and recall there from Emperor, and Smoothie backs off as well. So the mid turret's still standing. Ninja just used his shadow. He missed the follow-up damage.
The heal, he's trying to play the turret game. Got him!
Yeah, it's so difficult. Tristana had, because she has 2 ways of disengaging, it's so hard for Zed to pull that assassination off.
Yep.
One of the most annoying AD carries to try and assassinate.
You know, before, what was it, Cloud9 that said, you know, the best to take against that is really Vayne, because you're the one that do the DPS, you can kind of steal, and it's almost the AD carry that you can get out, but you can do it on Trist too. Sneaky showing us how.
Smoothie setting up another one.
Nicely done. Not gonna be able to get out of this.
Just an advance.
He'll be, oh wow, wait a minute. This is gonna be a big play coming in. No, Incarnation can't get around the corner. He has to walk through Kez, and he actually still is trying to through left bounce. Lemonation finally gets there, the shield. Bit of speed up.
Seraph's still on a turret, he's not collapsing.
Yeah,
so
he's not doing much with the team, I should say right now. Doing a lot for the team, trying to prep that top turret. It is gonna be a priority that Cloud9 have to work on. Seraph level 9. Let's see where he has gone with actually his levels. What has he got? Wings? No, he's got claws.
All upgraded.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's the go-to first upgrade.
Yep.
As the claws now.
Just making sure.
Not looking for resets quite yet.
But they feel so good. Hydra first buy for Seraph. He's actually going to put down quite a lot of damage. No resets really to be had here on the side of TDK, so nobody's going to play off of that too well. Cloud9, however, looking to do so.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So TDK, they just have to keep up constant split push. They have Zed and they have Kha'Zix. Both of them, they want to keep those as split push threats. They don't want Cloud9 to be able to group up and utilize the shields. Cloud9 gain all of their power from synergy, from grouping up as 5 with the Blood Boil and the shield stacking. So TDK going to try and split the map and pull them apart, which is a funny strategy to go against Cloud9 with, as that's their classic MO. You know what that stands for, Rib?
Yeah, motive.
Modus operandi.
Yeah, that too. Got him.
All right.
Simple.
Well, the deep wards there. Let's see if those pay off, because they've got the red buff fully warded here for TDK. So curious to see if they will try and push in and make another one of these jungle plays that have actually been successful for them.
So the cleanup begins. Kai only poached for a while. It was a short-lived poach. He hasn't really been back to do too much action on their side of the map now, as TDK is getting a bit of ground to work with. Again, Incarnation doing some backs. Really gets an ultimate out of it that time. Just played that game with Ninja in the mid lane as well. And actually looks like he wants to back now. He just can't make it happen. Still pulling him in. He knows he has control on the side wave, so no pressure on this mid turret tilt. Or still, we thought should have went down a little bit earlier by TDK. It's only going to get harder now that Incarnation and the rest of the team can group up to stop it from going down.
I love that TDK are continuing to have fun in the LCS. And
absolutely,
they're still executing with strategy. Like, just because this is a very uncommon strategy, they actually are at least sticking to it. They have the double split pushers, the double side lane assassin threats. They also have been keeping up their vision coverage. Kez is continually going for plays in the jungle here.
There's that.
Seraph jumps on him.
That damage.
That damage though? Here comes the dive.
That damage though. All right, so they finally get the mid turret. It did take Lemonation going down. The jungle was just too much fog of war. And that was exactly what TDK wanted. A little bit of pressure to the mid lane means they can focus and move up their wards now. And even Ninja's going on Mission Impossible here. Won't be onto balls. A little too tanky for a quick initial kill.
All right,
well, where do we go from here?
Cloud9, they're going to eventually have to get some vision coverage back around the Dragon, because that's TDK's final point that they're looking to finish the game on. Our Dragon stacking. Their siege is less than optimal. The double split push here in effect, and Kez looking to capitalize down bottom. Seraph going to try his hand at assassinating Sneaky, as Ninja was unsuccessful. Kez knows that he is out of vision. Doesn't pull the trigger though.
Man, it's Cloud9.
Oh.
Nope. Blade of the Rune King slow.
Collapse.
Cloud9 got to be feeling the pressure, Kobe. They have TSM tomorrow, and Team 8 plays CLG, the kind of the team they're jockeying for that position with. And this should have been the game that they take with momentum into tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're focusing a lot on how much fun TDK are having and how the possibility of their spoiler. Cloud9, this is a very serious game for them.
Yeah,
they're in a really, really tight race with Team 8 right now. Team 8 are really big TDK fans right now, trying to root for them to get a victory here.
I think it's crazy that those 70 points can pretty much just be kaput, right? That's a lot of points. Their positioning holds so much ground right now going into Worlds, and it could all be for nothing if these games do not go their way. That pressure and much, much more here, 20 minutes in a much more even game than we ever thought. 1 in 15 TDK right now, hitting a surging Cloud9 where it counts.
And let me just revisit the topic of poachers and how garbage it is. Because being under pressure, he hasn't been able to utilize it at all since the early stages of the game.
Right.
It's only harvested him an extra 280 gold, and he loses all the effectiveness of being able to either have the red or blue smites, which are huge.
Yeah.
And
it's
a collapse here.
That much poaching is such a narrow situation that would stay open in a professional game, right? You only get it for a certain amount of time. And then
it's just that it's such a clear play style, and you can easily play against it and punish it. But looks like he's looking to punish Emperor here as Cloud9 sort of hovering around mid lane. The pressure from the constant 1-3-1 split push doing wonders for TDK though.
Making sure that Lantern of Smoothie always in a spot to get the team out of a bad situation. Emperor could get himself into that just now. Ninja by himself. Should be still quite effective in the 1-3-1 by himself. The slows continuously come down. Talisman of Ascension, they're using quite a bit just to grab him. That could also be the escape. He gets pushed away, slowed down, and goes back into the fight, actually. He wants to kill, but again, explosive shot is the end of Ninja in the mid lane.
And they committed 3 people for that. So many resources of Cloud9 just to get a 1-for-1. TDK are going to be able to get a turret off the back and can swap mid here. Looks like only Emperor though, so everyone else is going to recall. They're going to try and use the gold they just got out of that turret first before they return to the battlefield. And the lead from TDK growing here as Cloud9 start to sweat.
Something I like about Emperor's play we just saw there. Even though he took a turret shot, he gets a few more shots in. He did that to High in the bot lane too. Sometimes he gets him in trouble. He wants to take that last step towards the fight, but he's always getting a few in. Maybe a crit can really change the situation in his favor, and that's what he's looking for. Panning back out, 3 seconds on Dragon as everybody's kind of spread out in the lanes. Doesn't look like Cloud9 is going to put too much pressure on this one. And number 3 coming in for TDK.
Yep, and as we said, they're going to want to chain those dragons. TDK, they're all about controlling this open area of the map. They do not want to siege up. They just keep pulling the map apart with their 1-3-1 and then collapse on the dragon. There's number 3. They are well on track.
There's so much potential for one person to get popped. They already saw it happen to a few members of Cloud9, and they only move through the jungle now, power and numbers. Slowly from the top side, kind of creeping around mid. Approaching the brush, backing out, approaching it, backing out. Dragon already has gone over to TDK here. Emperor again in a scary spot, but that causes the flank here. He's going to be all right. C9 are able to disengage that from Kez.
Yep, TDK actually just need Kez to heal up a little bit before they can regain some map control. Oh, he's going in!
Let's Bounce goes in as well. He gets locked up on the Twisted Advance right quick. And we'll see if they focus the passive here. TDK actually can't do much to help Kez get back out of that one.
Gotta tell you,
squished into the ground.
I did not see that one coming. I really thought TDK were gonna heal and then return to their 1-3-1, but Cloud9 punished the engage, and they're gonna burn down this turret.
You put a team in front of a situation for the first time in a game, and sometimes they make the wrong decision. TDK had really been dictating everything up to that point. Cloud9 kind of put them into a fight that they thought they wanted.
Yeah, did not expect them to opt into a 5-on-5. Great answer from Cloud9 though.
Right.
They get the passive down on Zach, which is huge, very long cooldown, and able to get the kill on turret to boot. So a little bit of extra gold back in their pockets.
Yeah.
And it's just, you only have to make a couple of mistakes like that. If you're running a comp as fragile as TDK are, that's got all their main threats as attack damage, and you're facing so many tanks, Cloud9, all they need is one mistake like that, and they're just going to funnel all that money into armor. And pretty soon, TDK won't be able to make anything happen because Zach is going full tank, so it's not his marginal AP damage is going to be pretty much negligible at all stages of the game.
And until you kind of like past the point where Kha'Zix was taken out, where he just zeroes people out, you're not going to be killing a whole bunch of people on Cloud9 side. Oh, the lantern advance! You thought there was light at the end of the tunnel, but that's a dark passage, my brother. Oh boy, that was not a good situation for Kaz. He just came back, so he didn't have a passive to work with there either.
Boz snuck a ride on that train.
That was great.
Here comes the teleport in from Seraph, and they're going to try and chase Cloud9 off of the Baron. Looks like they can do it, but they re-engage on Baron. They're going to try and burn it down.
They're actually taking a good bit of damage across the team. Everybody's taking about a 10% hit there.
Whoa, Seraph!
Dude, there's no resets. Like I said, in these fights, that ultimate's not going to help him stay alive throughout it. And it looks like Seraph down teleport was also used in that, and 30 seconds even on his death still pushes Cloud9 off in a 5v4. They know there's just way too much assassination potential and kind of dodging around by this TDK team to mess with that fight.
Yeah. I mean, even though the gold is back up to even now after that, I think that Cloud9 and Cloud9 fans can probably stop sweating because this TDK comp does have an expiration date.
Yeah, the surprises they can create are kind of falling off.
That is quickly approaching, yeah. And let's take another look here because this is another sort of odd engage from TDK. They're just trying to scare him off Baron right there, and Ninja was able to back out with the Lantern, but different ideas there about the way that the teamfight was going to go as Seraph goes in to the very center. And TDK's lead that they worked so hard for pretty much out the window.
Yeah.
And now Cloud9 will definitely contest this next dragon, I feel. They should easily be able to go get vision there, establish a base, and then move in with their battle lines. As long as they keep high and balls on the front line,
right,
I think they'll be able to execute. But TDK, they should still be looking for the 1-through run. Pull Cloud9 apart.
It works so well.
Pick people off and prey on them, yeah.
Had Cloud9 kind of running back and forth, not knowing which way to finally go. They're going to set up wards over onto Dragon. Nicely placing those out allows Cloud9 to come out of base and set up whatever they need to put these chess pieces in place.
TDK do have their 3 last Whispers, so that is very big for them. And they've got Ninja doing the split push. Let's see if he can gain anything from it, as Cloud9 actually retreat to Baron once again as their means of forcing TDK off the split push.
Whew. This is when it gets tough though, Kobe, like you said. There's that wall that TDK is going to hit. And I think it's only Sneaky and Lemon Nation without armor right now. A lot of frozen hearts. That lot, or Zanya's as well, keeping everybody tanky on the side of C9. Line. Good hit by Smoothie, no damage to Lemonation. High tries to get off a nice absolute zero. The flash from Ninja with that ultimate. Ball's going down very low. Seraph on the outside now with High. Emperor and him are definitely going to be able to 2v1 that situation. A few more shots. That's a double kill now for Emperor. And they're going to start moving in. Incarnation and Lemon. Oh, they split different ways. Both have a shield for each other. But it looks like they're going to have a personal use on that one. A triple kill. Possibly the quadra here if it's finished off by Emperor. But they should be focusing on moving forward.
They should be focusing on Baron. They should go get Baron
something
right
else.
Now.
They do have the AD carry and another member on the Baron. They're going to take down High, then finish it up. Too low to even start it right now.
They're going to be able to clear up the Baron though. Rim, Cloud9 just got ace. They are really, really deep in it now. TDK with a Baron can actually hope to crack inhibitor turrets here.
Kobe, you just lied to Cloud9 fans.
I did.
You said they could breathe easy.
I did. I'm a dirty liar. Let's look at how this all started out, because they go on the 2 tanky members here. Kez gets a great 5-man ulti here.
The flash on this shockwave is amazing.
And the flank from both assassins. Ninja goes in first, and he's gonna juke Incarnation here. Incarnation whiffs the Orianna ult, and Seraph hops in for the assassination. Emperor cleans up, and TDK are able to regain control even after that one blooper.
We just saw C9. Was that C9 or that went over? Okay, that went over to TDK. Very interesting.
There's two races going on. TDK were racing to get their last whispers on all of their carries, which they actually were able to do in a pretty timely manner. And they were racing against the armor stacking of Cloud9. Now that they have all three of those, still able to execute in the team fights. And now with the Baron buff, let's see if they can make it happen. Cloud9 gonna try and hold. Is this it, Riv? Is this the victory that TDK were finally looking for? This is the biggest spoiler that they could pull against Cloud9, keeping them out, making those championship points go to waste.
That's it. It would be the most ridiculous prediction that would have been brought to the table coming into this week, Kobe. A 1-15 team, kind of just stricken with the sub problems that people have found coming in as a new team. Again, it's one that hit them, but in the end of the season, it seems like just kind of playing for fun, having a good time, communicating well. The team is coming out on top, and it's what they could have used previously. See if they can keep putting this pressure on. Cloud9 always able to have an explosive kind of mid to end game fight of their own, so fans still looking for that. But right now, TDK is snuffing that potential out for that re-engage of Cloud9.
Cloud9 just really need to wave clear. If they can continue to hold, if they can hold on through this entire Baron buff and just wave clear, continue to stack armor and try and wait for a misstep from TDK. They have the options. TDK shoving all three lanes in here. See if they can pull it off.
Back to it, Kobe. See if they can get the 1-3-1. They leave mid lane. It is too pushed. Good focus now into the bottom. That's going to be a bit of damage, but it's a lot of melee. Still have to get all the members to the turret if it's not Emperor hitting it. So High and the rest of the team are going to have to be a little bit low on HP if they really want to get in. Three-man Shockwave. Emperor on the outside now, trying to get himself in a good spot to deliver the DPS, and he's got good shots on High. Seraph gets one, gets himself out, but very low TDK as Ninja tries to get the top lane now.
Yeah, Ninja was drawing away Sneaky and Balls, so there was no follow-up damage for that great Shockwave. Yes, they got three. Yes, it was able to land his entire combo, get the dissonance as well for a huge chunk.
But it would have been a perfect reset fight for Tristana as well.
Exactly. No follow-up damage. Cloud9 end up losing out another kill. They do hold the turrets, but TDK are knocking at the doorstep.
17-7, 32 minutes in. Control over dragons, control over the turrets, and the pink wards are being placed closer and closer to Cloud9's base, which means TDK is feeling very confident about the ground they have gained so far. Let's see that again.
All right, so Incarnation places the ball, gets Emperor, the prime target, but no follow-up damage. It's just a Nunu and the support Karma.
Yep.
So nobody able to commit there, and TDK are able to capitalize. Bit of a self-bait there for Cloud9.
All right, scuttle control means objective control. A little bit better movement or disengage if they require it. I think, yep, saw him coming around the corner, wants a ward for safety. Cloud9 knows there's too much fog of war on that top side of the map as they place the wards out. So keeping it safe now, TDK doing the same. Get intense. What's the fight, Kobe? What are we looking for? Cloud9's kind of been on the back foot. If they have a way in, is it just from the base, or do they get out for a flank?
No, Cloud9 are not looking to make the move. Right now, it's the neutrals that are their issue, so they just want to try and find a way to get vision. TDK are keeping them bottled up so well, though. The 1-3 run is working out, so if Cloud9 can't punish the 1-3-1 and catch somebody,
wow,
TDK are just going to starve them and build up the dragon stacks.
Getting the majority of damage onto Incarnation. Home guards are only on Incarnation right now. He's the last guy that's going to be able to heal up fast on this side. So if you see Cloud9 go down low in health, they're not coming back to that fountain or the turrets quick.
It is one of the most satisfying feelings as the full the assassin team that's full AD to be able to get a big enough lead on your opponents.
Where you're not hitting a brick wall over and over?
Yeah, that their armor stacking doesn't help them that much because of the penetration.
It feels good because it's so rare, Kobe. It doesn't work very often, but somehow TDK finding the way to make it work here. And the 1-3-1 still splitting Incarnation, the rest of the team. Very, very thin on this defense. Not a lot of kills have come up in the past few minutes here. Cloud9 has been very safe in what they're doing and stopping TDK from getting any further through.
Yeah, TDK, they're slowly chipping away at all 3 turrets, though. They're all around half now. The thing is, they don't have to make their final push in. Right now, all they want to do is keep Cloud9 bottled up so that Cloud9 can't get vision. And then they kill the dragon so quickly.
How long can they do this for?
With all their damage. All they have to do is 15 more seconds. By 15 more seconds,
got it.
They almost kill the dragon instantly. They have so much damage, they can burn right through it. Or they can try and punish Cloud9 for venturing into the fog of war.
Look at the swap they have in the lanes, too. Before Incarnation was in the top, now he's coming down. Balls would have been able to teleport, but they do collapse in the mid lane perfectly. Cloud9's there to defend. Now it's on to the Dragon. 20 on to Baron. That is huge, and maybe what TDK needs to finally get past these turrets. We've been seeing basically melee team.
I think Seraph's doing it by himself right now. Dragon number 4 should be TDK's. Will they pay for it with a kill?
There's the cleanse immediately. They think they may still have the chance. All they got themselves was positioning here, and Seraph gets Dragon number 4 for the team. He's going to back. He has teleport to get back into the fight as well if there's an engage. Great job by TDK to avoid everything there. And Kaz, however, in a bad situation, gets locked down. He's going to go down, but it's going to take them time. And this may be what Cloud9 needed to get to breathing room.
Will they go for Baron after this? It is a risky play, but
Smite consume.
The main tank is down. All the remaining members of TDK are so squishy. Oh, they get another pick!
It's the fight over the wall. I don't think they have the chase potential. Sneaky just hits the front of the wall and can't get over. So Cloud9 has to decide now. Do they peel off now? They just got a few wards rather placed where they want to fight. So that's going to give TDK vision to do whatever they want.
With so many shields, Cloud9 can tank up the Baron pretty much indefinitely. Here comes the speed boost.
Again, the Karma Shield coming in. Now on to Smoothie, the fight that Cloud9 wanted just to get their foot in the door. And they're able to swing it towards TDK now. Cloud9, a few more hits. Oh, the flash from Ninja for the ultimate, something that Incarnation will surely take.
Kez is coming. He's got home guards. He's working his way over. Cloud9. They're pretty low now. Oh my goodness, Emperor!
Emperor going in, that's going to be a kill onto Sneaky. Baron's not going to have the focus anymore. High, very low. Ninja coming in with the damage. Deathmark did not kill him, but Balls will go down. A double kill now. That's the 3rd member going down, and it looks like Incarnation may not make it out alive if the slingshot is ready. Coming in from Kaz. He may rear back, but it looks like they're going to give up on this one. Going for the long shot. Smites him down.
And that's going to be an inhibitor for TDK. At least one. Emperor's going to work on the mid lane here.
You got to be kidding me, Kobe.
They're going to do it.
Cloud9 had the opening right there, and then it seemed like they danced it too much. Great disengage, however, from TDK. Mistakes and perfect moves from both sides at every point in this game, but it looks like TDK has what they need. Lemon Nation is up. There's not a lot of clear he can get to these minions or provide for the turrets. They're onto it now. 4 for High, 3 for Balls. Incarnation at 19. It's going to be Sneaky up.
The next
TDK looking for win number 2. They can stop Cloud9 from getting to 7, and they do. Wow, TDK takes down Cloud9.
And another day for Seraph the Smile. He gets another victory. The huge spoiler here for TDK.
Wow. A full AD composition to come through, control the game strong enough that you don't even let your opponent get what they need. Cannot scale up to stop your composition that is a tell from Champion Select. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a game for them to play at the end of the season. And like you said, yeah, another smile on the face of Seraph, and it just got a little bit bigger with that respect from Cloud9 as well. Congratulations to them. A lost shoe by Kaz. He's taken after Maple Street.
Moments like these, I'm sad that we didn't get to see the full TDK roster play a full season.
They're back.
And that's got to be heartbreaking for the Cloud9 members.
5-12 now. They were looking to get into that game to go against Team 8 at 6 and 11. Still looking at the compositions of, or the toughness of schedule, how it happens. It's still that Team 8 could falter against Chronologic Gaming tomorrow. That's still a very big game to be played there in their loss if Cloud9 can then take down Team Solo Mid. A huge matchup, a marquee matchup that may come around again as one of those now that we have High back in the mix for the team and things hopefully looking up. That's going to be a lot to shake off from today for Cloud9. For sure. What a way to end the day, Kobe. Like you said, those fantasy points, those championship points, I should say.
If you don't get that 7th spot, they might as well be fantasy points.
Yeah.